Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us as we continue our D&D campaign across Delos. And just a reminder, we do play this live on Twitch, so if you ever want to see any of the shenanigans unfold right as they happen, feel free to come join us. I always put a link to the stream down in the description below. And also a reminder that all of our players are fellow streamers. They are all amazing content creators, so please go check them out on Twitch. You won't regret it. So just one little note with these next several videos. Normally what I'll do is I'll go through them all the way, start to finish, and do a lot of editing as far as like cutting out coughs, rules looking up, things like that, just to kind of help speed it along. And so it's just kind of like the straight D&D goodness. However, what's kind of happened is I've got this really big backlog of videos, and I feel really bad because I haven't been able to get them out to y'all. So what I'm going to do is just essentially just upload them, just sort of raw, no editing, aside from maybe chopping off the front and the back of it, just because there's just a lot of like banter and goofing around with chat and with the group that doesn't really pertain to the session. And that way we can kind of get all these videos uploaded, and then after that I'm going to try to go back to editing them all again. We'll kind of see, just because of, again, they take me a little too long to get through, but we'll kind of see what my time constraints are when that time comes. But enough of that, we're going to get right to it. So last time you guys started up in Elassus, where after dealing with the thing in the lake and sort of just kind of all around just wanting to get out of town, you guys started adventuring towards Elvengard. On the way, you guys made camp, where Alarin saw something shimmering and flying high in the sky, sort of northward. And I believe that was really the only thing of note while they traveled, unless anybody
so.
remembers anything else.
Other than here, but I'm sure you're getting there.
Oh yeah. And so they continued on riding the next day, and then you guys got to the edge of the forest where you were going to make camp, and a band of elves rode out to meet you. They were hoping that you guys were fellow elves, and you were not. They were a little disappointed. But after you gave them a brief description of your travels, they brought you into the sort of elven capital within this forest, Elvengard, which Bear noticed it was misspelled.
Yeah, that's fun. It's exotic elvish spelling.
So they got taken to the heart of the city. So this map is just kind of a small snapshot of what it is. But essentially it is just a city among the trees. There are sort of magical lifts operated by elves that take you up and down, and then these bridgeways are actually connecting the tops of the trees. There are different like houses and things built in within. They were led to a little inn where they were told to stay and not leave. And as they were falling asleep, Nyla was setting up some alarms and noticed that the guards were sort of keeping watch on this little inn to make sure they didn't leave. And in the morning, they were marched to the big central tree to talk to the Elven Council. And we left off with them walking through the doors to the inner chambers. Sound right?
Alrighty.
I think I got it all. Turning all the frogs.
That's pretty much it.
Hopefully the MRI went well, comic. Glad to have you here. And welcome in, Alone. How are you doing?
Sorry for all the like random circles on the map. I was testing to see like how the color would show up, because I changed the color of my circles.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, the guards, there's some behind you and some in front of you, and they pushed open these big doors that you guys walked through. You guys are kind of led down this beautifully carved hallway. It looks like it's been carved into the tree. It opens up into this huge, large chamber within. There are elves, sort of in this very elegant kind of silver armor, standing on either side of the chamber, and up above you on sort of like a raised dais are 4 elves looking down at you. And you see the guards that bring you in kind of give a bow to them. They stand to the side. And one of the elves from up above looks down on you and says, "Well, what brings you here? I've heard that you have quite the tale to tell."
Well, uh,
Alright, who wants to go first?
I mean, hold on. It's been a. I have very short. I'll just kind of like whisper over to like Eben. I have very short memory. Did we want to show them the letter, or did we want to do something else?
So they actually have 2 letters. I'm curious to see if they remember.
There was the letter. There was the news from the capital.
Yeah, let's start with the letter. That's a good idea.
Okay. Well, wait, who has the letter? Nana, do you have the? Who has the
I
letter?
think I have it here.
You have
I
the letter?
like for us start rummaging around in my bag. I dig the letter out and I hand it to Varian.
All right. Well, we have this letter. Shit. My
The
brain is.
Adventurers Guild.
Was it from the Adventurers Guild? Okay.
From the Adventurers Guild in.
Okay. Look,
in-
if someone
in-
else wants
in-
to talk,
in-
I'll just hand it to
I
them.
need the map. I don't remember the city.
Shirevale?
Yeah, that one. Thank
That
you,
one.
Steve.
I don't know if you want to continue talking. I'll just hand them the letter.
Okay.
I kind of like push Alarin forward. You got this.
Okay. Well, we have this letter from the Adventurers Guild in Shirevale regarding
Yes. Go
one
on.
of your previous associates, I guess would be a word for it.
Andor.
From regarding Andor.
You see them kind of all murmur to each other, like, "Oh, Andor. What news? What news of Andor? Were you able to find him? We're all quite worried."
He's dead.
Yeah, about that. We found him. He's dead.
Oh, this
He died before we got to where he was.
is terrible news.
I know. I'm sorry. But at least now you know what happened to him.
What killed him? Was it old age? I mean, we elves live for a long time, so we can't
Tell him about the cultists.
We believe that there's a group of cultists who wear, I want to say it was purple robes with eyes on them. And we found some of those robes around where he was.
There were frogs too. Don't forget the frogs.
There were also a lot of bullywogs around at the time, although they may have, I'm not sure when they took up residence in the area that we found him in.
We have heard tales of.
I have a map
Oh,
of the bullywug place, if you would like that as well.
do you?
I'm not sure how much I do.
Shit.
Where is it? Map with an X marking the bullywug place, right in my inventory.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean,
I remember picking it up.
did you happen to to bring his body home?
No, no, we didn't think to bring his body home.
Then perhaps maybe we can borrow the map or make a copy of it so
Yeah.
we can go.
Oh, absolutely.
You're doing great.
Thumbs
Kind of
up.
like turn around and whisper to him, like, should I show him the clothes with the Apollo symbol on them? I don't know how they'll take that.
Is there any like Apollo iconography around in this chamber?
None that you really see.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to take over?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay. I will. Good job. You did great. Elders, or however you would like to be referred. What can you tell us about the nature of Andor's self-imposed exile, or what led him to leave your city?
Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of information on that. He was always kind of a wily one, going out and about on adventures. Never really liked to sit in on the council very much. And one of the other council members will pipe up, be like, yeah, just always shirking his duties to go off on some fool's errand. And then she'll continue, just be like, he came back. He seemed nervous, agitated, perhaps, and stole away in the middle of the night. We never saw him again. He would write to us from time to time, which is how we had a vague idea of where he was. But after a while, we just stopped receiving word from him.
Did he at any point mention anything about attempting to break a curse of some kind?
A curse? None that I know. He was he did become a bit religious, but no curses that I know of. Perhaps. No, I'm not sure.
Oh, well, when we found him, it appears that part of his goal in exile was to break the curses that bound a particular artifact of the god Apollo. And it appears that these cultists, the men who wore the robes emblazoned with eyes, were attempting to take this artifact from him, but they failed to do so. We were just wondering if you knew of such an artifact, or if he had spoken about it at all before he had left, or in any of his letters.
The male elf that spoke a few moments ago is gonna kind of sit forward, kind of earnestly go, an old artifact of the gods. If it belonged to him, that means it belongs to the elves. Where is it?
Oh, we're not able to locate it.
Then how do you know of its existence?
We found writings in Andor's journal speaking about attempting to break the chains. And the chains that it was a gauntlet of some kind, and the chains that bound it appeared to be some kind of curse. And he was unsuccessful in breaking them.
Oh, poor Andor. Only he would have said something. Perhaps we could have helped. Do you happen to have this journal?
I think one of us has it.
I haven't.
I have a
I think.
different journal.
You would perhaps part with it so we can maybe learn a little bit more about our friend's demise. Be very thankful.
I'll pass it. I'll walk forward and pull it from my bag and hand it to them.
I'm gonna tug on your like shirt and like hand you the map while you're hand you the map of the Bullywog place while you're handing them the journal.
Mm-hmm.
The elf will cast Mage Hand to pick it up and lift the things up to where they're sitting. Thank you for this. He may have always been, shirking his duties, as my colleague here says, but he was a dear friend.
Are you familiar with this group of individuals at all? The mysterious men who wear the robes and adorned with eyes?
We've heard whispers, but none have made an appearance here, within our city at least.
The reason I ask is because after what happened to Andor, once we returned to Shirevale and began making our way here to bring you word of his fate, we stopped over in the capital for a few days, and during that time, during the festival that was being held, there was an attack, and it was by these same individuals.
Lauren's just gonna like nod.
They used some form of magic to shatter a statue of Hades and release malevolent spirits into the world.
Kind of there is a joke. It means total party kill.
And while this was taking place in the capital, it also seemed to be simultaneously taking place all over the kingdom. We've traveled through other towns on our journey here, and they experienced the same thing at the exact same time. Did you...
The spirits would reanimate the dead.
Is there any word of anything like that happening here in your city?
Nothing here.
Spirits inhabiting the bodies of the dead, perhaps?
Nothing like that here, but we do partake in a bit of a different ritual for our deceased ones here in Elvengard. Much like our forefathers before us, we become one with nature, and there is a special ritual that we do that bonds us with living plants, so we can become one with the land.
And no sightings of phantoms in the skies overhead?
No, but no phantoms, but it did grow eerily dark during the day a little while back. Probably around the same time, I think, that you were there. The mug.
Well,
I've got the weird mug.
Then, if you and your people were spared
Get Yoda.
such an attack. But
Cheers.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Oh, that's gruesome, Steve.
It's so cool.
Yeah, but it's it's super creepy, and I kind of don't like it. But it was a gift from my kid, so I can't get rid of it.
Aww.
Okay, well, in that case.
It's one of my only clean mugs right now, so it's like, all right.
I feel that.
Please tell us, were there other elves traveling back this way from the capital? None that went...
No, not that we saw. Your the guardians on the edge of your wood asked us the same thing, and unfortunately we saw none. But if it is any help, we did leave the capital while it was still in a very chaotic and disorganized state as the officials and the city guard work to get everything back under control. So there is a good chance that just due to the chaos of the situation, any travelers who had journeyed to the capital for the festival simply might have not been able to leave until after we did and would still be arriving.
Do it, Mischievous. I dare you. And you'll see one of the other elves kind of begins to sob a little bit. And the one you've been talking go, they're there, Aura. I'm sure she's fine. And the crying one will kind of look at you and go, did perhaps you bump into an elf named Gwen? She's my daughter, and she went to the festival, and she hasn't returned, and I am very worried.
You said her name was Gwen?
Yes, she was traveling with 2 other companions.
Can you describe her other companions?
Just a couple of male elves. They were there as acting as guards for her.
I do remember Gwen. We did travel with her all the way to that city name. Hold on.
Egredale.
I forgot the name of the city. There you go, that's the one. Nigerdale. We did travel with her for a while. That's the last time we saw her. She seemed very healthy.
Do I remember her?
That's good news, at least. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for having that. Now that. Okay.
You're close to 1 mil, Mischievous? There's no way.
She used to be an Egredale then.
So even with the matter of Andor's fate resolved, we're hoping that we could aid in some way against, the attacks by these cultists. This was just one event, but it seemed to have a far-reaching effect on the kingdom as a whole. And if this is just the beginning, then we really don't know what they could possibly be planning next, or even why they did this to begin with. So if there's anything at all that you might be able to add to help us, understand better, whether it's, anything that you might know about Andor, or anything in your archives about the relationship of,
I was gonna guess 125.
Apollo to this cult, or to Andor himself, or the extent that you said that he had recently become religious, if he had said anything about his beliefs to anyone.
He was not much. Like I said, he when he came back from his last couple adventures, he was acted very different, more reserved, and maybe paranoid would be a better word to describe him. He had a small house here. You could take a look there if that would perhaps help. I'm not sure if there would be any useful information or not.
It would certainly be worth checking, and we will, of course, be respectful to the residents and any remaining belongings. Did he leave behind anyone he was close to, any family members, or?
No, since he regularly adventured out of Elven Guard, I'm not sure there have been. He didn't really have many connections here, other than those of us that were somewhat close friends, us on the council. But even it seems like there were things that he kept from us as well. I have no idea, Mr. Viss.
Well, I'm sorry that we were not able to bring more good news, but I hope we were able to bring some closure.
Yes. I mean, I suppose any news is at least somewhat okay news. But you're right, we do have a bit of closure now. And we will venture out to see if we can reclaim his body so we can bury him as in our Elven tradition. Do you have any other news? Is there anything you needed? It seems like you have had a long, hard travel.
There is one other thing. Our next destination seems to be the island of Adelphos. And we were wondering, being still relatively new to traveling the greater expanses of this continent, if it was best to travel by land or by sea.
I didn't mean to drag you guys with me. Just wanted to look at the map super quick. Both modes of transportation will take a while. You would have to take a boat all the way around the continent. However, it would save you many miles of walking, which might be, not everybody is down to that wants to walk that far. Hey, what's up, Ayun? Thanks for stopping in, man.
Well, if we were to travel by ship, then if you could tell us the best way to do so and perhaps aid in that regard, then it would be, more than enough for us, and you'd have our gratitude.
Well, since you found Andor for us and brought this news all the way to us, so we could send word to the south, to Dassos, to lend a ship to you. And we could help you sail that way.
And I turned to the others. What say all of you? Do we travel by land or by ship?
I've never seen the sea before. I'd be interested.
Down for a boat.
I
Always
heard
down
it's a
for a
lot of
boat.
water.
It's a lot of water. Very pretty. Very shiny.
I'm gonna turn and give a little bow. That would be most appreciated.
All right, we will send word. We'll have a ship prepared. You
appreciate it.
And thank you for finding Andor. You've answered all of our questions. If there's nothing else more, you are free to leave. And she'll kind of
Perhaps
nod.
one of your
Go ahead.
guard can point us in the direction of his abode.
Yes. And she'll nod to the guards that brought you guys in. And they will lead you there.
I'm gonna give a little bow again and make my way out.
Okay. Is everybody else following suit, or?
I will follow.
Yeah, I'm ready
I'll
to
head
go.
out.
Okay. As you guys leave and the doors kind of close behind you, you hear the one male elf that had kind of interjected a few times, kind of yelling He's just like, how could you just let them root around his house? And she's like, the other elves are like trying to calm him down. The voice is muffled as the large oak doors close.
Man, we'll be. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna like turn as we're walking to the others.
No, travel.
So if Endor, it sounds from the way they spoke, it sounded like his interest in the gods was something that was peculiar and a relatively new development,
Mm-hmm.
which means that he likely knew something that was tied to them, or something that was tied to Apollo specifically, that could give us answers or a solution to what is happening, or perhaps a way to stop what might soon take place. And if they know nothing about it, then maybe any clues that we find in his house would be our only shot.
But who's to say they haven't already gone into his house and messed with all of his stuff?
I'm sure they have. But might as well have a little look around, right?
So maybe they missed something.
It doesn't hurt to have a second or third or fourth or fifth pair of eyes.
Plus, our companions here have small, tiny, petite hands that can reach into hidden places that they might have missed.
Yes, the rabbit does seem to have small hands.
Baby hands.
I do the
Baby
same
hands.
thing with my own hobbies alone. I know how
I
you
can just
feel.
imagine.
They are real
Basil
grabby.
looks down and has
Lots of
baby
grabby
hand.
hands in our party.
Oh god.
Grabbing trinkets and spoons and jewelry and food.
Rude. I totally don't have anything, useless but shiny. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, pull something out of your bag right now that isn't useless and shiny.
That isn't useless and shiny?
Or let's say that isn't shiny.
That isn't shiny. Alaren pulls out the
We all-
5
we're
feet of.
all- we're all-
Well, I guess silk is kind of shiny, isn't it? I'll rummage around for something else and like pull out part of the hempen rope. That's not shiny.
Fair enough, you pass.
Just picture that. I just picture them like pulling it out. It's like bedazzled rope.
Rhinestone.
Shiny rope.
Glitter.
Oh god. My
Floating.
entire bag inside is just glitter.
God, it's just a glitter bomb.
I want one now. I want ye old fantasy glitter bomb. Oh, that'd be funny.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
Alaren's gonna kind of like, while she's in there,
so
she's
many
gonna pull
notes.
out what looks like to the rest of you, just like a lump of coal.
What? What?
I mean,
You do
could
carry
I
a
just
lot
look
of
at it.
useless stuff, don't you?
This isn't useless. It's very shiny.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I'll put it back and like put my bag back on and keep walking.
Zeus, what's up, Zeus? How you doing?
Lean down to Isla. Did you just say it was shiny?
I'm blind to tinfoil hat. made her crazy.
Mm. Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh,
Forgot I had
fuck is
that.
calling you?
the old fantasy iPhone.
I had those alarms set for
iPhone.
D&D.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
If it brings
Oh,
joy,
you know
it
what?
isn't
I didn't
useless.
write. Did I write that in my? I didn't. Wait.
Nope.
Alright, take us into his house, Steve.
All right, we're taking you into the house.
oh shit.
Kick down the door.
Let's go.
Oh, I didn't
Light the
write
town on
down the.
fire.
Tear the place apart!
Oh my god.
I cast fireball.
Please no.
All right, so then now all the trees are on fire and the elves are running around screaming.
Oh god.
Campaign over.
I
Done
didn't do it. I didn't do it. I
I'd call
didn't
it a
do it.
resounding success.
So
Oh my god.
the elven guards will kind of take you around a few of these little bridgeways until you come to a door that's kind of built into the side of the tree. They will one of them murmur something, and you hear the door unlock and open inward. And they'll kind of gesture for you guys to hop on in.
I'll hop on in.
I will follow. Ebron.
I'll do the same.
Okay, as you guys go in, some magical torches ignite, and it's just sort of this cozy little entryway. You see a little hallway that kind of goes back a little farther into like a living space. The guards will just say like, "Oh, we'll wait outside for you."
It is a little crampy. Would be appreciated.
Just don't want to do voices.
Alright.
It's a little
business.
easy.
I feel like we should at least be respectful of everything in here.
No,
Please?
Everything.
no, we're looking through everything.
I mean, well, yeah, but like, be respectful of it. That doesn't-
Alarin,
What? I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not gonna.
the fate of the whole kingdom could rest on this.
Just
I
check out
know, but that
for
doesn't
this
mean you don't have to be
craft table.
respectful.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
The,
I don't want to get in trouble.
we're
Well,
looking
I mean-
for we're looking for books that might seem to reference the gods or the titans, handwritten notes, anything that seems to be that have anything that might be associated with Apollo, or anything that might be associated with the men in the robes. Anything of value. Anything that looks like it might be cool.
If there's any
anything.
coin left behind, it is now ours.
A dead man doesn't need any coins.
Correct.
Fucked up.
Also, Alarin,
What?
is it being respectful if we're already rooting around the dead man's stuff?
I mean, we were given permission.
All right, Alarin, get in there.
That's fair enough. I give you
Put
that.
those grabby hands to work.
Those crabby.
Put those grippers to work.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'd like to search around Steve, like under.
I will go
bed,
search
under the
around.
drawers,
I-
under
I am
cupboard.
going to look for a bookshelf.
Okay, so if you guys walk into the big living space, that you see kind of this long sofa, there's another little hallway that leads back. There's a couple doors, and well, in the sort of like living room, there is a large bookcase.
I will start kind of like going over the books one by one, just like pulling them out and like examining the covers and.
Like every book.
I'm looking for books that. I'm gonna start by looking for anything that looks like it might be like. Maybe like smaller, not like a larger like formal book. Maybe something smaller, like soft bound, like something that might be a journal, like a little slimmer.
Okay. Roll me investigation check.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be real bad at this.
I believe.
That's okay.
That's
not
pretty
so
good.
bad.
13. With a 13, as you're kind of scanning these books, you do find one, this little like small leather-bound book, and one thing you notice is it's the only one with the symbol of Apollo on the spine.
I take it.
As you pull the book off, the shelf slides to the side, and there's a small alcove behind it.
I kind of like look back at
Oh.
the others. Well, that was easy.
I didn't think they were
What
gonna
is
figure.
in this alcove?
If you kind of duck inside, you see like a large map of the kingdom. You see sort of sketches of the eye symbols, kind of like all over the wall. Small little statues of the 12 main gods are here as well. And you see like a little journal as well.
So I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
I'm
safe
gonna
to
look at the
assume
map.
this means a symbol.
Does the map have any like markings on it?
Yeah, yes, it does. It has an X. I'll take you to the big map really quick. So if you're staring at the map, you see like smaller drawings of the eyes on there, with kind of like lines connecting them all, and they all converge. Wait, I also need to move myself to the map. They all converge, sort of like right here.
Center pillar.
Right where?
The center pillar. Gosh boy! How you doing?
And the lines are coming from symbols of the eyes.
Yeah, and you see some like kind of penciled in on like some of the cities, like Egredale. There's one in Shirevale. There's one up in Vathis, Thalassa, all the way to the left over here in Makria, and Elios.
Wait. I feel like this is important. I can rewatch it. Never mind. You're good.
And then they all have lines kind of drawn into each other, and then they all converge. They also have a line all converging at this point with like a big question mark.
Interesting.
We've been playing really inconsistently because of my work schedule too, so I don't even think you
I'm gonna
really
walk
missed
in
any.
there with Ebron and take a look around.
How have you been?
I am. Just a moment.
How do you guys enjoy them? The party really makes it for me. They're a good party.
Is there like an eye near Egredale at all, or
Yeah,
I don't remember what you said.
There's one in Egredale, Shirevale, Bathis, Thalassa,
Egredale, Shirevale,
Mac-
Bathis,
Macria,
Brain.
Elios.
Why don't
I'm
I
gonna
see
look around for
Vathis?
like a scrap of
Right
like
there.
parchment.
Coincidentally enough, the book that you pull off the shelf is blank.
Oh,
It's blank pages.
Just using the book, I'm gonna just scrawl just like a very rough
Map.
copy of the map with the lines and with the eyes and the lines and the pillars.
Okay.
And then I will take the journal that was there.
Okay. Yeah, it's
And just kind of start like
adulting's the worst.
slowly kind of like flipping through it.
So inside you'll find sort of like incoherent notes. You see a lot about of these notes talking about the old gods are coming back, and there's notes about the Purple Robe cultists, and then other notes about trying to find any sort of artifacts that might help in what might be a coming fight against the forces of darkness. And then at the very end of the journal, it says, "If you find this, I'm probably dead. Beware the eyes."
Okay.
And that's all just talking about acquiring artifacts of the gods to battle the darkness.
Yep. Where the Ides of March.
Are there like any drawers or anything like in here?
Nope. There's just like a small little table with the statuettes
Okay.
of the gods, the journal, and the map, and then like tons of drawings all over the walls as well of the eyes.
Well, looks like he was after the same thing we may be after soon. Ebron.
What?
I have like kind of snuck in there at that point. I said it looks like he might be interested in the same things we are at this point.
I think it's the other way around. I think he knew of something that was going on long before we did, and we
Yeah,
got thrown into it.
yeah,
Oh, the mug!
that's what I meant. Words are hard.
It's today's mug. Creepy Yoda mug. Gift from my sweet little child.
Did you find anything good in there?
I'm gonna like come back out of the alcove.
That is such a cool emote! Oh, I'm so jealous.
Did you find anything good in there, Ibram?
Oh my god, I was knocked up.
Follow you out.
I found another journal.
Is there
Apparently, Andor knew of something that was coming to pass. The cultists bringing about. I don't know if it's this. We have just from what little information we have to go on. Yeah, and there's their devotion to the Titans. It was probably something related to calling upon these Titans to return in some way. But there's mention in the journal of doing battle against a coming darkness, or staving off a coming darkness, and gathering artifacts of great power that are tied to the gods in order to fight against this, whatever this force could be. But it doesn't seem to be any more specific than that. Steve, are the eyes on the map just on the cities?
Yeah. Along with just like other separate drawings that are kind of all over the wall.
Seems. I kind of like point to the map on the wall. What do you all make of this?
Is there murder on the table?
Well,
It seems like Andor had information that the cultists were planning on focusing their attention on
Seems to be
the
that way.
the central pillar of the. What do you even call the area? The upper level. What's the name for that? I don't remember.
Hold on.
It's been a while since we've talked about it. And
It
I think we've only
really
I think
has.
it's really only been referred to as the upper level for us so far. If I remember.
Did it not?
but with all the
it's-
eyes on the cities. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, it's Asteria.
It's
Can you spell
Like-
that for me?
Yeah, Asteria.
kind of like Astera, but with an I.
A-S-T-E-R-I-E-A? I-A?
IA.
I-A. Okay, got it. Thank you, sir.
I like that. That's pretty.
But what this means is it could mean anything. It could mean
Bad.
they seek to infiltrate Asteria. It could mean
Could mean they already have.
they plan to assault the pillars themselves.
It looked like a small bunch of small attacks on smaller towns before taking care of the bigger one.
Right.
Or they might have hideouts there or something of some form of like an area to group in.
Who
It
knows?
could be
Maybe
hideouts. Could it be referencing the attack we already saw, or more to come?
Probably more to come.
potentially.
Releasing spirits in all of those towns before taking care of the upper levels.
Because technically the closest one to us would be Igradale. That one has already been hit by them.
Right.
Then there were some at Vathis, Rasa, Shirevale, and Makri, as well as Irios, correct?
Correct.
Either these have all been synchronized attacks or they are happening at different time frames. If we want to go by, because we are set on heading by boat towards the Adelphos Island, correct?
Seems that way.
Well, if we're heading, if we head north via boat, we can hit the Lhasa, and that may kind of give us a little bit a better idea as to what's happening.
There is a mark on Thalassa.
Hmm.
Yep.
There's one on as for the port towns, I think that you mentioned, it
Thalassa.
was Thalassa, Ilios.
And
Although I don't know if Ilios is kind of a mountain. And Makria. So, whichever way you guys want to go.
Did any of you find anything in the rest of the house?
We haven't even.
We haven't searched yet.
no,
Alright.
you literally just walked over there and pulled off that book, and
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
going straight to
right.
the point.
Well, let's start snooping.
I want to search, Steve. I want to search under every carpet, under mattresses, and under drawers.
Oh no.
Everywhere.
I didn't plan for any of this. I'm just
Snooping.
really just winging it.
I'll probably focus more on like.
I'm a filthy little grabby hand Snoopy roll here.
I'll do one. To just kind of search the place as well.
yeah, just triple check and make sure that we're not missing anything.
Where is it? There it is. Yep.
Nice.
I want to search.
Oh my
Hey
goodness.
yo.
I search.
Laren finds nothing.
Okay. With a 22, you notice as you're kind of going like in the dining room area now. It looks like the like small table in there looks like it has been dragged across the floor. It is now resting on top of sort of like a rug.
I'll try to push it with mage hand.
The table?
Yeah,
What's the maximum weight Mage Hand can push and pull? and pick up?
probably not good enough.
I
Let's
think it's
see.
really light.
I think it's 10
Yeah.
pounds.
Thought it was like 5 or 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Let's go.
It's a normal table weight. You know.
I
You
think
want to?
most tables like 8.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The Mage Hand. These are Elven crafted tables, very light but very sturdy. And the table sort of slides across the floor, kind of pulling the rug with it. And you see like a small indent with a latch on the ground underneath the rug.
I'll motion to whoever's closest toward the edge and say that I found something. I call dibs and I'll open the edge with my hand.
Okay, you open up the hatch, and inside you find a small leather satchel with some gold, and also a small little like piece of parchment, kind of folded up as well.
Ooh.
And,
Ooh.
and
Go
a
on.
and a like a silver elven made dagger with a ruby in the hilt. That's a lot of pounds.
Nice.
I'll take out everything, place it on the table, start counting the coins real fast because some people are waiting outside.
That's a heavy table. Uh,
Oh.
I was surprised by that too.
well, your average table aren't made by the elves. Elven
That's true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely sturdy,
Clearly.
extremely lightweight.
Yes, just insanely, but so sturdy. Inside you find 50 gold coins.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll stash everything away before I get caught and be on my way and just whisper to whoever's closest being I did find something, but I'll show it later.
Understood.
And I'll be on my way.
Okay, are you leaving the table?
Oh. Yeah, I'll try my best to, place everything back as best as I can.
Okay. Yeah. With the 17, Ebron, you don't find much more. You kind of get a cursory glance. There's the normal houseware stuff. There's like a few sets of like nice silverware, a couple nice elven made robes, but nothing really else pops out to you guys.
All right.
Who's on the table? Hey, yo,
We've
chill.
checked all the rooms, nothing else that could be of use. No papers or anything like that fluttering around that you guys could find.
None that I could find.
Not as far as I know. Now the question is, do you want to bring the journal and any information we found back to the elves, or do you want to keep it to yourself?
I think we might as well tell them. They'll surely come back in here after we've left.
I'll kind
Make sure
of.
to make some copies.
Yeah, I was just
I have
about
a
to
copy
say
of
we
the
should
map.
make a copy.
Okay.
What did the note say that you found, Nyla?
Oh, I'll take a peek real fast at that small little piece of parchment.
When you open it up, you see sort of a sketch of like a tower in construction, and it has sort of a sketch of the eye that you guys have seen over and over again on the side of the sketch of the tower.
What is it, Steve?
I am not holding down my button to talk. Heck.
Oh
So you open it up, and you see a sketch of a like partially built tower, and you see the symbol of the eye on the side of the tower as well.
Did they mention the tower in the journal?
On like the side, and like, can you read Elvish?
Yes.
It says, you just see like a little note kind of like scribbled down that says above central pillar ?
Oh.
Oh. Interesting.
I don't know what any of this means, but I'll hand it over to Ibran explaining that it means above central pillar ? And I don't get it.
I'm gonna kind of like rub my chin thoughtfully, just like stash it away in my bag.
Well, I guess we're done here.
All right.
So-
Well, this was. At least we have something to go off of now.
So we inform the elders what we found. Then we make our way to Tassos.
Yes.
All
Can
right.
we ask them if they know anything about the upper level? Or would that be weird?
Nothing to lose.
I'll kind of head back out. I'll lead the way back out.
I don't think it'll be weird to ask them about the upper level, as I head out as well.
I will follow behind.
Okay, so you guys meet up with the Elven guards back outside of the house. And they'll look at you and go, did you find anything of use?
We did. We found. It seems that Andor was aware of some grander plot by this organization to make some sort of attack on the kingdom as a whole. We need to speak with the council again before we depart for Dassos.
Yo, what up, Chris? How are you doing?
Like right now, man.
He
Things are getting crazy.
had information, and I wonder if the council knows. I can't imagine him withholding information from them if it's important. But yes, we can hurry back.
I was gonna say that's why we want to talk to them.
As we're heading back, can I just try to keep an eye or an ear out if there might possibly be someone like following us or trailing or something?
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Parmesan Swiss cheese coming right up.
What?
Parmesan Swiss cheese. Oh no.
Is that what Varian yells when he begins looking around? Just it's like a little
Parmesan Swiss cheese.
just like a little
I roll
song.
for perplexion.
Reflection.
Thank you for the alert, Chris. Appreciated. Like just Varian.
So
sort
why
of
does that
just-
remind me of like Club Penguin for some reason? I don't know why. Like the little pizza game in Club Penguin. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why.
Because you're a
Parmesan.
super.
I am. You're not wrong.
With the 14, you know, oh wait, 14. Or no, hold on, what? Wait a minute.
No, that's a 10.
There we go. With a 10, yeah. I mean, it seems normal. People are kind of going about their business around the city.
Okay. Cool. So let's make our way up to the elders.
And once again, you guys are led back to the central tree, up the lift, and in through the doors. We are greeted by the council members. They're kind of all like, it seems tense when you guys walk in. They'll greet you nonetheless. It's like, oh, that back so fast. Did you find anything of use?
Actually, we did.
Does that look
There
like
was a
Turtle?
hidden alcove within his house
Kind of
where
does.
Andor was collecting information
Okay.
regarding this mysterious group. We've left it open for you to see for yourselves. And we did find another journal of his, one that he kept hidden there, likely from everyone. And I'm gonna hand that journal over to him too.
They're gonna kind of like quickly flip through it, and it's just like, I can't believe he would keep so much from us. This is.
I'm sure that he planned to reveal it to you in time, but it is likely he knew not who he could trust. But we give it to you in good faith that you might be aware of the severity of the threat we could possibly be facing, and to make yourselves ready in any way that you can.
This is troubling news, but thank you for delivering this to us. We will do our best to prep for whatever may be coming.
One more thing that you might be able to help us with. We are adventurers from scattered all over the kingdom and are not familiar with how things are around here. What can you tell us about Asteria?
They kind of grimace at the name. Just vile, wicked thing that monstrosity they have constructed is. We elves do not venture up there. It is an abomination to nature. Cuts off the sun, kills the plants below. I don't have much information for you. I'm sorry.
Well, that is okay. We appreciate it. Everything you've done for us so far and hosting us here in your city. And we will make for Dassos as soon as possible to depart.
I guess we've already sent a few riders that way to already have the ship getting started to be prepared to set sail. So it should be ready by the time you arrive.
I'm gonna tug on Abron's shirt and be like, Abron, what are we gonna do with the horses?
Oh,
Like Cletus's horses.
shit.
Does anyone have a Cletus hotline?
Right. Another thing that we have one more request of you.
What could we possibly help with?
The horses that bore us here
Have a good night alone. Thanks for stopping in.
are quite valuable to the stable master in Shirevale. Our request is that on your journey to recover Andor, if it would be possible at all to deliver the horses safely back to the stable master there. He would never forgive us otherwise.
We could.
And I'm sure he would be perfectly fine with you using them yourselves. They're quite amazing,
They're good
amazing
horses.
steeds.
Cletus takes great care of them, and we hope that they can maintain a very luxurious lifestyle.
Oh, Cletus. We've heard tales of the of Cletus, friend of horses. Oh, we can definitely drop the horses off on our way.
That would be much
And
appreciated.
yeah, I'll give a little thanks and turn to depart.
And as you guys turn to depart, one of the elves just hold on just a minute. You said that there was no sign of this artifact that Andor had. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. There was one sign.
And what was that?
It was that it seemed that when we found Andor, he seemed to have been missing an arm.
Hmm.
I don't know if this was a result of his own doing, having given up hope of breaking the curse that bound this artifact to him, or
It may have been the cultists.
if it was the cultist. That's true.
Hopefully
If they were...
they don't have it. It seems like it is of some importance. But if it's there, we'll find it.
And
Right.
if we discover it ourselves, then
Oh,
certainly we will return it to its proper home here.
do you plan on going back to his home?
No, but if it is in the possession of the cultists, then surely we will be crossing paths with them again.
And if you do happen to come across it, yes, please bring it back.
Of course, of course. Yeah,
Consider it done.
we will.
And they will. Do we have no further questions then? He'll kind of like sort of slink back into his chair.
I'll kind of like turn and like kind of like hustle the others out and like use my giant body to try and block Varian's arm.
No,
from
wait,
view as we're
wait.
leaving.
Is Varian just openly wearing this gauntlet?
No, he
Oh,
got
okay.
it
We
with-
wrapped
with-
it. We have
yeah,
it
we
in
wrapped
like a
it.
cast
Yeah,
style.
it's bound in cloth. Yeah,
Okay.
we made sure we bound it in cloth.
Oh, hang
We
on.
basically made a cast for it.
Yeah,
Get a
we wrapped
sling.
it.
Yeah.
We wrapped it with the purpose of hiding it from view.
I see.
Ah, see, we thought ahead.
For some reason I thought it was in your backpack, so and until just
No,
a second, I
he's
was like,
he's wearing it, but it's
I see.
wrapped in such a way that it's fully covered.
As you guys kind of like leave the Great Hall again, the guards are gonna look at you and it's like, did you want to make south now, or did you want to stay in the city one more night and leave in the morning?
We are fine to leave tonight if if the way is safe or if someone is able to guide us.
Yes.
If what we fear is coming forth, then we might want to try to get a move on. The sooner we can get to our destinations, the better. We can hopefully find something to help us. Well, to help everyone.
I don't see a point of staying here any longer.
Yes, we can send some rangers with you to help you through the forest.
That would be much appreciated.
We'll meet you you guys get back down to the place you stayed the night just fine, and we'll meet you there with a couple of folks to take you through the forest.
Very well.
Okay, so they will leave you guys.
As we kind of start walking back to where we stayed the night, do you guys find it odd that while he kept all of his books and notes and everything secret from even from his fellow council members, he still wound up dead? In the middle of the night, I don't think he contacted anyone. He had to have had some form of eyes on him at all times.
I mean, those those cultists could be about anywhere, even in the council.
True.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And the journal that we gave them and the information about what we discovered in his house, they likely would have discovered anyways upon investigating it after we departed. But anything else, I say we keep to ourselves.
If anything, it's already information they know already that we
They
threw
may,
away.
yeah, they may just think us as just ignorant adventurers. They hopefully will leave us be for a little bit, but in all honesty, even with these rangers accompanying us through the woods,
I agree. Let's stay on our
Just-
guard as we travel.
because I don't even know if they might be part of it. Well, let's
Very true.
gather the rest of our stuff and let's get ready.
Alright, you got it. So you guys reconvening, or is there anything you wanted to do before you reconvened in front of the place you stayed?
It's a short trip to the port, right?
It's probably like half a day.
Yeah. I see
Should
no
be
need
fine.
to do anything else.
The sooner we leave, the better.
Okay. So the guards will meet you in front of the place. Accompanying them is an elf, an elven man, kind of with these light green tunic and a bow strapped to his back with a quiver of arrows. No, you're fine. It's it seems like I'll be taking you all south to Dassos. You can call me. The name's Goran, but the folks around here call me Big Bird.
Big Bird, why is that?
Oh, Big Bird. How did you come upon a name like that? Did you slay some grand forest predator
It's true.
in epic combat?
There was a large bird attacking the village one day, and I was the one that slew it. Ever since then, they've called me Big Bird. Thanks, Chris.
Impressive.
You know, now that you mention it, when I was just a lad, the scholars that I would travel with up in the mountains told stories of the exotic creatures throughout this kingdom. And I remember hearing stories about the large birds that prowled through the forests here. Giant, stalking, flightless yellow monsters with blood red eyes and often blood-stained beaks as well. Orange, thick legs like tree trunks.
Yes, we've mostly gotten rid of them, but every now and then one pops up, one that somehow eluded us. It's been quite a while since we've seen one. Hopefully that will be the last.
Well, if they are anything like these stories, then it is truly quite the achievement. You have earned your nickname.
Thank you. I hear you are quite the adventurers, so it's high praise coming from you. And he's going to put up his hood, and you notice that it is a yellow feathered hood. He's like, "Should we?
I'm just like in awe. Wow.
Shall we get a move on?"
Kind of like nod to the others.
Let's begin.
Okay. So he sort of takes the lead, and he is quite easy to spot. You're able to follow him easy because you can see his bright yellow feathered hood. And it takes about half a day to get to Dassos. It's kind of evening time by the time you guys finally arrive to this sort of small elven port town. Unlike the main city, Elvengard, where there are a ton of trees, there's not so many in Dassos, so everything is kind of in these smaller houses kind of built around the coast. You see several large ships off at the port. And Big Bird will turn to you and say, here we are, and I believe this is where we part ways. Gotta get back to protecting the main city.
I kind of like nod and thank him.
Is there anything
Okay.
I can help you with before I make my way back?
Not as far as I know, but I appreciate you being here for us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Big Bird, for your assistance.
You put it in clips, thank you. Of course. And here, a small token to remember me by. It is custom to trade small trophies with friends, and I believe you to be friends of the elves. You were able to locate poor Andor. I heard all about it. He's gonna hand you one bright, brilliant yellow feather.
I kind of nudge Alarin. Alarin, give him something.
Hold on, let me see. If I
Alarin,
might have something.
Alarin, don't be weird. Give him something weird.
I think she's frozen
Frozen in
from the
time.
giant yellow feather.
When was I muted? How long have I been muted?
You've been muted for a while.
Probably the whole
Oh
time.
my god. There goes Steve. I've been here being like, all I have is a silver goblet. I'm like,
Give him something.
what do you mean? I have silver goblet and a set of silver cutlery. What do you want me to give him?
Give him.
I'll
a
give him the
fork or
goblet.
something.
Give him a fork. No, I'll hand over a silver goblet to trade with.
Oh, thank you. I will treasure it always and remember our meeting.
I will treasure your bright yellow feather, Big Bird.
Yes, keep good hold of that if you ever are in a spot of trouble with any elves. Show them the feather, and they will know
Okay.
that you are a friend of Big Bird.
Real
Okay, I
fast.
will.
How many rangers were accompanying us?
Just the one. Only Big
Just
Bird.
him?
That's all you need.
Only Big Bird? That's true. You're right. Before you leave, I'll pull out the tin of creation. I'll create nice, like homemade mom's apple pie.
Oh my
Please,
god.
thick as much as you would like.
He'll just take like a small piece and he's gonna like hold it in his hands like it is the most beautiful treasure that he has ever seen with his eyes. And he goes, it's almost too beautiful that I can't even eat it. And he's
Take
gonna
the
shovel it
second
into his
place to
mouth. He's just
Perfect.
it's so good. Have a good night, Chris. Thank you for stopping in. He tears in his eyes, just like my mom used to make. Mama Big Bird.
Oh my goodness, Mama Big Bird. Here, have some juice. I don't know. Oh wait, do I have pie emotes?
And he's just like, if you go down to the port and tell them that the council sent you, they're expecting you.
Well, thank you very much, Big Bird.
Of course. Thank you for the gift of the delicious pie and the goblet.
May you ride high among the sesame streets. As I turn and start heading towards this.
He'll give you a little
town.
salute and like a caw as he makes his way back to Elvengard.
I can't. Crying.
The sun sets, you can just see his yellow hood going down over a hill till he's out of sight.
Beautiful. Riding away into the sunset. Or walking, I guess.
Oh yeah, we would give him the shit. Yeah, we would give him our
The-
horses.
Yeah, we've already they know about the horses. I don't know if we rode here or if we walked here, but
We rode here.
okay. He has our horses now. Okay.
Just throughout the ride, we let Big Bird know the procedure that entails our horses and keeping them nice and healthy and well fed.
Hey Steve, do you
Oh,
want
no.
followers?
Not.
Do you want the best followers ever?
Primes and viewers.
Yeah. Mm.
If two people are saying it, it has to be true.
Right?
There we go.
When Tirador the
Anyway.
Warzone.
Anywho.
Don't you want the best followers ever, Steve?
Oh yeah, of course. All right.
Making our dassos.
Halloran's gonna kind of look around at the ships to see if any of them look vaguely familiar. She hopes not. She hopes so, but she also hopes not.
There are only several ships here right now, and they all seem to be sort of these sleek elven ships. No familiar looking ones.
Cool.
Now what do we do? Which boat is ours?
Well, we need to go let them know that we're from
Oh, right.
the council. Is there a dockmaster or anything like that around these parts?
Down kind of like at the docks, you do see somebody with like a roll of parchment as a female elf.
Ah, perfect. I'll approach.
Okay. As you get closer, you see that she's kind of got these like sea blue robes on. And she'll look up to you and go, "Oh, hello. Can I help you?"
Hello there. We have just come from the Council of Elvengard, and we were, I believe, granted access to one of these ships.
Oh, yeah. Can I get your names, please?
I am Varian. These are my good friends, Ibrin, Elrin, Nyla.
I guess I probably could have just assumed, since I doubt there are many groups with such a diverse band of adventurers roaming around these woods. But yes, we have a ship that is prepared for you. I want you to follow me, and she'll lead you down to kind of like a smaller ship, but still quite sizable. You see a crew kind of going about getting stuff ready, tying things down, and she'll kind of wave to get their attention. These are the group that you will all be transporting. Please get them there safely. And then she'll look back to you guys. You go ahead and climb up on aboard, and I believe they'll set sail once you're all ready to go.
Thank you.
Oh, we're going right now. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just had assumed, but
No, that's
you're more than welcome
that's
to
fine,
stay
we
in
weren't-
town.
We appreciate the haste in which your sailors are ready.
Well,
Let's
it's
go.
not every day that the council asks for us to transport people, so we wanted to make sure we were good to go.
That is greatly appreciated.
Is everyone ready?
I am ready. I'm very excited to be on this boat.
Oh yeah, we're at the ocean.
Ocean.
Yes. As you guys are on the docks, you see the waves kind of lapping up against the wood of the dock. It's sort of a calm evening. Nothing too crazy. You hear the cry of seagulls off in the distance.
Well, Nyla, what do you think?
How deep is it? Is it like a
V-
lake?
very.
It's
It's deeper than that.
it's
lake.
deeper than any lake you could imagine.
It's only one
And
way
where
to
does
find
the water come
out.
from? Oh.
Well, the water doesn't come from anywhere. It's always been here.
It just appeared.
Yeah.
It just is.
It
It's
just
well,
is.
it's been
It has been
it's been here longer than
longer than
Any
any
of
of
us,
us have
certainly.
been.
Well, I do like it. Do we have a crew for this boat?
Yes, there is a crew on the boat.
And I don't know how to do a boat.
Well,
I'm gonna
Do we
look
have-
around
even if
for.
we didn't have a crew, there's
I'm
two
gonna
of
look around
us.
for whoever might be in charge.
Captain Oda ship.
Are you guys climbing up on a board?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So as you guys kind of make your way up the plank that takes you to the deck of the ship, somebody will kind of come up to you with just like the most ridiculous frilly hat you've ever seen. Big feather, like Captain Hook style hat.
Laren loves it. She thinks it's the best thing ever.
She's like, ahoy there. Glad to have you aboard the Sea Lass. I've been told that I am taking you all the way up to the Adolphos Islands. Is that correct?
That is
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Yes.
You can call me Captain Maynard.
Captain Maynard?
Yep.
I will make note of
Captain, what is the fastest way to get there? Is it to go south around the island or to go north?
It's hard to say but either way, we're going to go north. There have been lots of word of pirates down by Ilios, and even if we're able to make them, we're going to have to circumvent them by quite a lot. So I think the safer and possibly faster route to go north, unless you want to risk going south, which would probably save you a little bit of time.
I'm gonna turn to the others.
that.
This- All right, friends. This is where we
Pirates
make our
are-
decision.
Pirates are no fun.
Are pirates like bandits?
Yes.
They're like sea
Worse than
bandits.
me.
Oh, I'm sure we can handle bandits.
I.
Pirates.
Do we go? Do we go west and then north and stop in Ilios, or do we go north and stop in Thalasia.
A while since I've been to Thalassa.
I say we put it to a vote.
I have no preference. I don't know these places.
Varian.
Would we rather be safe? Varian, you've been around a bit as well.
I mean, both Ilios and Thalassa has kind of what you were asking for earlier, Ibran, of the little bit more of the calming substance.
I
Oh, that is
remember that.
true. I forgot.
So
But more importantly, they were both marked on Andor's
for
map.
that, yeah. Personally, I think we'd be okay heading up to Thalassa first. We can always, once we make
agree.
it to Adelphi Island, if we want to come back here, we can head basically directly south to Ilios.
I agree.
Yep.
I say we head north.
North
I
it
do as well.
is.
I'll turn back to the captain. We will. We agree with your suggestion of heading north and avoiding any possible trouble with pirates.
Ah, sounds good to me. I'd rather not have to tussle with the likes of them. And it will be much easier to stop in Thalassa for supplies.
Indeed, it would be.
So are you ready to set sail? We can begin immediately.
I'm ready.
We're ready. The sooner the better.
Okay. So he's gonna turn and.
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've certainly missed the sea.
Ah, have you sailed the seas before then?
I have indeed.
Ah, it's good to have a
It's been a little bit, but
good to have a fellow sailor
I've missed
aboard.
it.
We'll be counting on you if something were to happen. Can never be too
Alrighty.
sure.
Halloran, if it brings you such joy, I'm sure the captain would love an extra pair of hands to put to work.
Ah, perhaps you'd like to join me, crew?
As much as I would, I feel kind of obligated to stay with my new friends here.
Ah, well, once you get to where you're going and doing the things that need doing, you're always welcome aboard.
I will keep you in mind, Captain.
So he'll turn to the crew and yell out lots of sailor things, like securing the jib and hoisting the anchor, and unfurling the sails. And you guys begin sailing north. And you guys head north. The coast kind of whizzes by, and what do you guys do? Like the first couple days you're at sea. It's gonna take several days. Is there anything specific?
Halloran's gonna watch the mountains.
I think Nyla should do a bunch of first time at the ocean type of things.
Oh no, I'm
Like
laying down
throwing
on
up
my
and
deck.
being seasick.
Yeah, on the deck.
Oh, terrible, terrible seasickness.
Seasick as fuck with my hat on my face.
You roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
no.
god.
My poor clothes.
Natural 20.
Yoink. Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, you're kind of holding it together. You don't feel great, but you're holding it together. You haven't thrown up yet. At least not too much. Yeah. Is there anything else? Anyone else want to do, or do we want to just continue?
I kind of just I'm spending time watching the coastline go by, especially once we are heading further north, and just watching the mountain range that pushes up to the coast,
watching
kind
the
of
mountain
just
range as well.
go by. And I'm also just taking the the book that I drew the map in. I'm kind of just adding little details to it just from memory that I and trying that from Andor's map. Just what I can remember of the markings that he made and things like that, even if it's not 100% of them.
Okay.
Probably on like the first, maybe second night of the trip, probably knock on the captain's door.
All right, come in.
Open it up and close it.
Ah, Varian. What can I do for you?
I'm not certain if you have heard of this, but have you ever heard of a ship called La Marina?
He's gonna stroke his chin. It's like, that does sound familiar. I believe I was lost at sea, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Do you, by any chance, do you have any information as to anyone or anything from it?
I do remember hearing something recently. I believe somebody was talking about it in Thalassa. I can't quite remember. We were drinking a bit that night, but I do remember somebody talking about it. I don't have much information other than it was a gruff-looking goblin man. He had a eye patch, and he was missing a hand. That's as much as I've got for you.
Interesting. Maybe they might have some information, but you said that they might be in Terasa?
Yes, they were. They said they had a piece of the ship, and they were trying to sell it, but everybody told him he was crazy.
Okay, I'll have to pay them a visit then. Thank you, Captain.
I hopefully. Why are you looking for the ship? Did you have a family member on there?
In a sense, yes. As I kind of open up the door and head out.
As you kind of head out, you sort of just like it's like I hope you find what you're looking for.
I do too.
What's Alarin up to?
The first couple of days, she'll probably spend it. Am I muted? No.
No,
No.
I can.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I just had to make sure this time. Um, she'll watch the coastline go by, just kind of chill out, thinking about the old crew, but they didn't tend to show up on this side of the island too much, unless it was up by the Lhasa. Occasionally, they'd venture over to the Amphitide area, but not often. There wasn't much of a reason that for them to go down this coastline. But she'll watch the coastline go by, keep an eye out on the mountains. She's definitely thinking about her old crew, but other than that, she'll help out where she can on the ship.
The crew is thankful to have an extra set of hands. They welcome you.
As small as they will be.
Mm-hmm. And soon enough, you guys sort of round the coast, and you guys see Thalassa off in the distance. And I think that's where we're going to end the session. Thank you so much for watching. And again, we are playing this live on Twitch, so if you ever want to see any of this unfold as it happens, come drop by the stream. Also, all of our players are fellow streamers, and if you like what you heard, please go check them out. They are all absolutely fantastic folks. I'll have links to their Twitch pages down in the description below as well. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you all next time. Have a good one.